the bifurcation of the stock market due to exponential technologies innovation. The stock market is breaking in two. Shout out to Kathy Wood, who helped explain this, some of my own original thinking and some of hers. Basically, it's going to be two. The stock market is going to be broken into two: the innovators, the disruptors, and the disrupted, based upon exponential technology. Let me explain how I think that's going to play out, and borrowing some of her thinking, but adding some of my own. Relative to exponential technologies, I just released my 19th book, which I think is the best one yet, that is the number one guide for how to make money in the future. It's called Exponentials Dominating in the Age of Convergence, and it talks about how exponential technologies, AI, robotics, nanotechnology, space travel, quantum computing, Internet of Things, blockchain, how they're working together to accelerate the pace of disruption and how to profit from it. So back to the stock market. This is why winner, and I talk about this in the book also, this is why it used to be winner takes some, and then it evolved into winner takes most, and now it's evolved into like winner takes almost all. In the United States, there's only one major search engine, Google. There's only one major social network, Facebook. I mean, you have, Instagram, TikTok, a few others, Snap, but Facebook is dominant. And there's only one major e-commerce company, Amazon. I mean, you have eBay and Shopify, but Shopify is Canadian. TikTok, obviously, is owned by a Chinese company. But the major point is that, especially with a pandemic, when the small companies can't compete, it's becoming winner take almost all. I mean, obviously stock techs have corrected lately in the last few weeks, but the amount of growth in the FANG stocks and others, big tech companies. So back to the stock market, what's happening is because of the growth and innovation, and these platforms are maturing, like, genetics and CRISPR are going to revolutionize, healthcare, artificial intelligence is going to revolutionize, robotics is revolutionizing. These are becoming more mature now. They went through the hype cycles, they went through the dot-com bust, and the seeds of the bust of 2000 are giving rise to mature technologies. Now, artificial intelligence went through decades of hype, and now it's actually paying huge dividends, like Amazon and other companies are doing huge dividends. You can learn about it in my courses, my online courses, and my YouTube videos. So the stock market, what's happening is the companies are focused on short-term growth, so their CEOs could, meet their, options, bonuses by having the stock go up and all the stock buybacks. They gave the money back to the investors, retail investors through dividends rather than innovating in the future of the company, because innovation is the lifeblood of survival now because of artificial intelligence, robotics, nanotechnology, quantum computing. All these things are impacting every industry, especially as they come together. The companies that didn't invest in the future are toast. Toast, 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 toast. You can smell it yourself. And what's going to happen is they're going to have to liquidate. They're going to have to cut all their prices to meet their. A lot of these companies are very highly leveraged. Also, they're going to have to cut their prices to meet their debt obligations and also to compete in the marketplace because they have a lack of innovation. That's why the Fortune 500 is turning over so much faster than ever. So this is going to be both a good deflation and bad deflation, as Kathy Wood explains. The good deflation is, all the innovation that, prices keep coming down because the technology gets better and better and better and better, and it does more and more and more value. The bad deflation, if I understand it correctly, arises from the fact that the companies that haven't innovated are going to have to cut their things in two. So a lot of great companies over the decades that seem to be like sure things or safe bets are going to be in danger of going out of business if they haven't innovated. And most companies have not innovated. I mean, there's a lot of companies that have innovated, but there's a lot that haven't. I don't know which one is more. But a lot of companies have kind of like rested on their laurels and just like looked out for the short term and hired CEOs that just kind of wanted to pat in their pockets by big stock bonuses. Those companies are toast. You can spell it yourself. The stock market is dividing into two, just like it's the haves and the have-nots and income inequality among regular people. It's the haves and the have-nots in the stock market. The innovators and the ones that are toast. The stock market bifurcated.